You see, so I give thanks, for this moment in time that I can come forward and bring these reasoning, you know. Yeah, it is of utmost importance, in this time, because it's a very, very serious time that we are living in. It's a very, very important time that we are living in. It's a time of growth. It's a time of liberation. It is a time for us to come together in the fullness and the oneness. But there are always those on this, when you're on this journey, that is always trying to destroy you. And you have to be aware. You have to know the importance of not allowing anyone to throw you off your path, no matter what it is, because people are always going to try. And so therefore, this is where we must totally understand the importance of not allowing any of this to throw us off. Is what I'm saying is we don't want to allow any of this to throw us off our journey, you see. And so therefore, when it comes to that, we must know where we stand. We must understand the importance. You see what I'm saying? Of knowing ourselves that much, that no matter what people try, no matter what people do, we're not gonna allow them to do that to us, because we know where we stand. We know that we are going to be victorious. And no matter what it is that people do or say, it is not going to dampen our joy. It is not going to dampen our happiness. It's not going to do anything to us. It might throw us off balance for a second or for a minute, or you might get out of rhythm for a day or two. But you see, when you are truly liberated and truly inspired, no one can stop you. Nothing can stop you. You see what I'm saying is, because you're in a wonderful place, and a place where nothing material can never stop you from being who you truly need to be. You see, when you was in the system, and it was around those who see you, those who really, were of low vibrational energy. These individual, the funny thing is, these individual, what they were doing, these individual was there, and they were making sure that okay, you didn't pay attention to yourself. They didn't care about your growth. These individuals did not want you to be in the fullness of yourself. These individuals did not want that. These individuals don't care for you in that way. These individual is making sure that your growth is not advanced. That's the thing. So we have to go beyond all of that. You see, it is the fullness of self that is important. And so therefore, once you're in that space, then they can't stop you from going deeper within yourself. So, hold on a second here. Yes. So just having a look moment here. But anyway, so yeah, they will try everything that they possibly can to make sure that you are, you know, in a low vibrational place, because that's their purpose. Their purpose is to drag you back to where you're coming from. But because you are at such an elevated place, it's not possible for them to drag you back to where you're coming from. You see, you are too advanced. You are too deep within yourself to be dragged back to that place, because you see, You have come to the place where the universe truly give you that pair of glasses that you put on. And you know once you put them on, you can't take them off. You see what I'm saying? So your lens are sharpened. Your real eye is open. And there is no money in the world that can get you to go back to the place that you are coming from. Because that place is not a good place. Is what I'm saying is that place is not the place that you want to be in. And so you are into yourself. You are, you are in the right space. So now, no matter what it is in life, you can laugh. No matter what it is, you will, just always see yourself in a place where people think that they can draw you out of, and they might think that they have the upper hand over you, but in all truth, they don't. They can't have the upper hand over you because you see, you've come into your natural self, your real self, your higher self. So now it's not the physical that is controlling anything. It is the spiritual that is controlling everything. And that is the beauty. That is the difference. You see, that is the real deal right there, is the difference in that oneness, in the fullness of everything. Now you're seeing it in real time. You see what I'm saying? Because nothing outside of yourself is not controlling you. Nothing outside of yourself doesn't move you anymore. The physical things cannot move you, because the reality is you are truly full joy in life. You are truly living your best life. And so none of these things that people think that is important to you, they can take it all away from you. And so therefore now, because these things that you possess is not happiness. Maybe they are things to sustain you. Maybe they are things to, you can attain food from, you can attain the necessary things, you can have a place to sleep, you can have a place to, to just be in oneness with yourself. But when you come into a high spiritual vibration and into this ascension, if you're living underneath a tree, you're still going to be happy. You're still going to be at one with self. That is the importance. You see, because none of these things will throw you off your rhythm. And one thing I know for sure, the ancient ancestors that walk with you, they will always be there to protect you and to look out for you. And the universe will always open up to you and give you what you need. So all of these things that people think that is important, it is not. It is only important if you make it important. Whether you lose car, you lose house, you lose land, whatever it is, it will not change anything. Because when you come into oneness with self, that is where it's at. That's oneness, the oneness with self. And so that is just the beauty of it all, really, is to come into that place and that space in the oneness of self. And in the oneness of self, then you want to find true satisfaction and true peace of mind. That is what you're going to find. And so that is the space and the place that you operate from. You see, you don't operate from a lack mentality. You don't operate from a poverty mindset anymore. You don't operate from a woe is me mindset anymore. You don't operate from none of these mindset that all of these zombified people operate from, where they think things is so important that they will kill for it. They will destroy anything around them to take what they think is theirs. And so therefore, these are the things that we need to understand. You see what I'm saying? These are the things that we need to fully understand. You see, yes, these are the things, and it is very, very important that we know that. You see what I'm saying? We come to that fullness. You see, yes, it is very important. You see, it is very, very important that we come into that. You see, and we don't allow any of these things to control us. We don't allow any of these things to determine. You see what I'm saying is, so we stand in oneness with self. We stand in the fullness of self, and we are not going to allow anything to put us outside of ourselves. You see what I'm saying is, and that is the importance of recognizing those that are working hard to destroy you. You see, on the spiritual journey, because the journey is to have self-mastery. Self-mastery, that meaning nothing outside of yourself controls you. Neither money, neither land. No physical things cannot control you. That is the thing. Food, you name it. A house, a vehicle. None of these things can control you. None of these things hold sway or power over you. Now you hold power over them. Because the reality is, now when you come into that place where you realize that all of these things, they're just material things. And when you came on this plane, none of them came with you. When you came on this plane, you came by yourself. And so therefore you recognize the importance of making sure, you see what I'm saying, is that you're doing what you're here to do. And you don't get distracted at no time once you start to engage with self. Once you see, once that calling come within you, once, the time when you were out there doing all kind of things, the time when you were out there, just living the way the world tells you that you need to live. You just chase after the things that you thought would make you happy. And so you did all of that. And then you come into the realization that none of these things doesn't bring happiness. It can't, because it is not the things that you possess that make you happy. You see, it is not the things that you possess make you rich or wealthy. It is the inner knowing that I'm pleased with myself. I'm happy within myself. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. Whether you have clothes or you don't have clothes, whether you have shoes or you don't have shoes, whether you have a car or you don't have a car, it doesn't matter anymore. This is what I'm saying. And so you don't allow anyone or anything to throw you off your rhythm. No matter what they do, they can't get you upset. You're not going to fire off on people because you don't need to. You allow them. And when you find yourself in this place and this space, then people will get real annoyed or pissed off with you, so to speak. Because you see, whatever they are doing, they are not doing it against you. They are doing it against themselves. And so now their own judgment is upon them. It's not upon you. Is what I'm saying. It is upon them. And so when you live in this place, This is where true happiness and true wholeness of mind comes in. Because you see, now you are truly free. Free from the bondage, from the mental enslavement. You see, and then you start to experience what true self-love is. Because the love that you are is awakened within you. And because the love that you truly are is awakened within you, then now you really start to experience yourself. And you start to see everything for what it is and not what you want it to be. So then you'll see happiness because you realize that happiness is not outside of you. Happiness is within. And so when you go deep within yourself, and then you realize, yes, you look at everything around you, everything. And guess what? You realize that it's all an illusion. It's all an illusion. Because you realize that it's a pure artificial world that you live in and think it's the greatest thing that you've ever seen. That is the illusion. You see, you imagine these people, they have to cut down a tree to make money. And so because they have to cut down a tree to make money, it just shows you the falseness of everything. Because you see, they are not natural. So they don't, anything that is natural, they make the opposite of it. You realize? You see? They always are making the opposite of what is natural because they are unnatural. So they can't appreciate love, the natural things, the natural plants, the natural fruits, the natural vibration of life. They can't because they are not. So it shows you the world and the space that you're living in when you are vibrating on this high frequency, in this elevated space. When you come into the oneness of self. So then you are walking not by the physical flesh, but by the spirit. Because you always come from within. And so now you become more observant. Now you are at one. You are at wholeness with self. And yes, that is what is important, is to be at wholeness with yourself. You see what I'm saying is, and oneness with the universe, oneness with the cosmos. And the ones that are going to be drawn to you is those who are like you. And you're going to find that the majority of those you see in the world, they are not like you. And they will not like you physically neither. Because you're repellent to them. They see you as something is wrong with you, that you are crazy. You see, that is what it will come to. But because you know that you are none of these things that they're saying that you are, you don't pay them no mind. You don't even get upset with them. Because where they are at and where you're at is two different places. And so no matter what they say or no matter what they do, they can't move you. They just can't. Because you won't allow them to move you. You are unmovable. You are unstoppable. There is no limit to you. There is no beginning to you. There is no end to you. You are now becoming the one that is ever expanding. You see, this is the time when you come into the full recognition. You see, that no, there is no such thing as death for you. Only life. Only existence. You see. And that is the truth. That's what they call immortality. But you didn't know that you were that because everything outside of you were teaching you that you were limited, that you weren't divine, you see. So now you come into your true divinity. And so now, no matter what anything outside of you try to do or say, it will not change, can't, you see, because it is sealed. Yes, in oneness, in pleasantness, in greatness, is in the fullness of your very being. And that is where you will stand. Not just on a temporary basis, but forever. You will walk in this journey and you will live in this wonderful journey called life. You see, so you just have to be great and just be at oneness with yourself at all times. It is not possible for anyone to destroy you. It is not. So be true to yourself at all times. And just know that you are on the right path. Yes, indeed. Cannot be moved. Cannot be shaken. You see, because now you realize nothing physical doesn't make you. Nothing physical will never break you. So if they take everything that you have, you're going to soar even higher because you don't have nothing to hold, nothing. You see what I'm saying? To weigh you down. You see, so you left everyone carrying the burden of what they think is happiness. You see, and that is life. And that is the truth. And that is what you truly need to know. Yes, indeed. I give thanks all the time, every time. More power, more strength, more guidance, more of everything that is great in abundance. All the time, every time. Yes, give thanks. Have a great night. You know, whatever time it is where you are, just keep giving thanks and keep walking on your journey. This beautiful journey called life. I give thanks.